The show by Lauderdale, Jones, Scott, and Smith, Winston, Leak, you better act right. Don't drive slow and be wild at night, 'cause you need to know that if you do, that Scotty Ray is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. That man is faster than a scalded cat. If you do something dumb, then you better run with haste. Scotty Ray's at a wreck before it ever takes place.
Hey, good morning. Somehow another 24 hours have passed, and we're back again. It's Wednesday, Odie.
Didn't take but a half a second to get to hump day.
And we are here. As Keith Doggett came in earlier this morning, as always, I have a tune I have to listen to. Today was Johnny Paycheck Day. I was in 11 months and 29 days. I love that song. And Keith, you pointed out to me that I've never, what is the Paycheck song you told me about that I've never heard of?
The rhythm guitar.
What? No. We were talking about Jesus.
Nobody wants to play rhythm guitar behind Jesus.
I have never heard that.
Yeah, that's
and it's good?
Yeah. I mean, it's got a good message to it if you listen to it.
Now, Paycheck, of course, has so many different songs. I was sitting here describing, she's my friend, she's my love. If you ever happen to run up on that Johnny Paycheck song, perfect. And, of course, the one that put him over the top as a household name and put him on the Dukes of Hazzard would have been Take This Job and Shove It.
You know, Bigfoot.
Yeah.
What was the name of that movie?
Take This Job and Shove It.
I guess that was the name of the movie.
They drove old Bigfoot right through the time clock there at the end, and it made Paycheck a household name. But, you know, he had so many different songs. The Outlaw's Prayer. Where he sits in front of the church and prays to God.
She's good. All I got.
Oh, don't take her. She's up. Tracy Byrd tried to record that one time. You remember that?
I remember somebody. I didn't know who it was.
It was Tracy Byrd. A lot of people go, who? Right. He's the one that had that song that you had to listen to back in the 90s over and over, Keeper of the Stars. And y'all remember that? It was a lot of ladies like that. It was not. I liked Watermelon Crawl.
That was good.
And he done several Paycheck remakes, the best I can remember. But Tracy Byrd was a nice fella. I have to give him credit on that. Just not a star-staying power, so to speak, in country music. But old Paycheck. So got that off my chest. I had to get that out early today.
Let them all know.
Yeah. If you've never heard Paycheck, get you a little bit of that. You'll really enjoy life. A man who had everything, who had nothing at the end.
Wow.
Good morning from Pittsburgh. Erica, how in the world are you doing? We're so glad that you're with us today. Big town there, y'all. Stacy is joining us. Good morning to you. Emily is there. Miss Shirley. So many of you up and at 'em today. It had a lot of headlines that were shaping America. I hope you got to hear some of those shows over the weekend. And I don't know as much about rap as maybe I should, but did anybody know Jam Master Jay?
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't got a clue.
Now, come on now. I know at the fire station y'all listen to him.
No.
Taylor Swift's what they listen to. He was telling us that.
Oh, that's right. Y'all ride over to...
No, y'all don't.
But the guy that's accused of killing legend Jam Master Jay was stabbed in a jailhouse brawl over the weekend. And then the question is, how did they get that in the prison?
Well, they made it out of a toothbrush.
They're very creative. And if you've ever talked to anybody who's worked in a jail, they can take nothing. It's kind of like MacGyver being in jail is what it is. People, you've got a lot of time and on your hands.
Idle minds.
That's right.
You know?
So be careful with all of that. We do see one of the first times that I've seen this happen, Arizona, which is primarily Democratic-leaning state, is going to be one of the first to partnership with Trump over the immigration issues.
So I'm glad changed her ways, huh?
Yeah, I'm glad because Arizona is right there, and we have a lot of traffic into our country. And let me be clear about this. No matter how you vote, Democrat, Republican, if maybe you're an independent, immigration affects us, every one of us. You are an American citizen. Do a little research on all of that. I want y'all to be well aware of what's happening there. I saw this also, and they don't go into detail, so I have to, reading between the lines, a substitute teacher in North Carolina has been arrested. And it sounds like Odie, there was a party at her house. Possibly there was 2 other people that they have charged with underage contributing to the delinquents of a minor. That was a tough word.
It was hard to get out early.
It was. But it turned, they were killed on the ATV they were riding when it struck a tree. And she's being charged with murder, which leads to me to believe possibly she could have been the one that bought the alcohol in this. They didn't point blank say it. 2 other people in the home were charged. She's been charged with murder. It all kind of goes together there.
Well, they probably charged every adult that was in that house.
Just can't
with
do that.
Delinquency of a minor.
Has that gone on since the age of time? It has. But society, tolerance of all this stuff has changed through the years.
But then you're out there partying with them?
Yeah. That's not, you're not much of an adult.
You're a teacher?
Yeah. Sets a very, very bad.
Yeah.
Keith, let's ask Keith. Let's keep Keith on the spot. He's over there. He's Mr. Fireman. Y'all see him there wearing his steel hat. All he needs is a brownie paper towel to say, I'm tough.
Well, Greg's got the shirt he can wear.
That's right. The state of Utah, and I've heard this, but I don't know a lot about it. What do y'all know about fluoride?
It's the worst thing you can never put in your body.
Well, the state of Utah is getting ready to ban it from public water. Isn't it? Tell me, is it bad on your teeth? Is that what it is?
It's bad on your entire body.
Okay. Keith's not really common. Y'all see those looks over there? He's doing a Scotty Ray.
I do not buy toothpaste.
That's how I was. That's that face I had the other night during the political speaking. I kept going, It was not my event, so I took it that I shouldn't open my mouth.
Yeah.
But fluoride, you say, is bad for you.
Oh yeah. And that's something JFK is going to be big on banning.
RFK.
I don't know why. Well,
that kind of goes together.
No, he's going to go after fluoride and getting it out of our water. Kids growing up, we used to take the little cups of Swish. That fluoride stuff that we'd go outside and swish for 30 seconds and spit out in elementary.
Yeah.
Yep. Done.
Okay.
Yeah. Terrible.
Learning things.
That's what I take my ivermectin for, to help. I ate only 1 bale of hay yesterday.
I laughed, but y'all, there's a lot of people doing that. I can be standing in line somewhere to eat, and the person behind me now goes, right there.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to bring up what Beverly, where did it go? Oh, Girl Scout cookies there.
Yes.
Where did that go? It was
there it is, right there. Newton.
Last weekend.
This Saturday. Yeah.
9 until 2 at Wally World there. If you want to help the Girl Scouts out, they're going to be selling cookies there. I'm sure they got all types of flavors there. No fluoride involved in that.
No fluoride. Nope.
Good stuff there.
Fluoride good for the teeth. Maybe, but it's got to go through your body to get there, and that's what's bad.
And swish twice, but you're not supposed to swallow it, correct?
No. But they don't give you nothing to wash your mouth out with, so you're still going to swallow it.
But I am right saying they've been adding this to water for years, haven't they?
Yeah.
Anybody, and I'm being as flat honest, when I was 15 years old, I got my first job. Maybe I was 14. I made $2 an hour driving an international tractor bush hogging. Never forget it.
They had tractors back then?
Yeah, they sure did. The bad part, Odie, it was a tricycle tractor, which meant you had to be extra cautious because it would go whoop.
Did you have to crank it from the front?
I have done that, and you better move your arm quick because it will snatch your arm. But what was my point on all that? Where was I going with that?
Squirrel.
I got lost there. $2 an hour. Where was I going?
You're not giving it a debate or nothing, are you?
I really lost my train of thought. I had a point, and we better hush if I've lost my point.
It'd be all right. It'll come back to you in a minute.
I really had a good point to make. This is bad. Okay, we're going to commercial break. We'll be right back, and we'll be focused. And I know what I'm talking about. This one, right? J&J Tire Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes, with the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian.
When it comes to enhancing your outdoor experience, you need a companion that can keep up. The Kubota RTV 850 Sidekick at Parrish is your ultimate utility vehicle for every adventure. From the deer camp, trail riding, or just working on the farm, the Sidekick delivers powerful performance and versatility. These units start at $15,499 cash and have a $2,000 rebate. Financing is available as low as $285 a month.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows,
call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
Welcome back, and we have found the squirrel that I got lost on a moment ago. I had mentioned there about the first job, and we were talking about water. But I can remember that first job drinking from a well. Well water tastes so much. It's got flavor. Has anybody tried that lately? Like bucket down in there, pull it out, and drink from it. It's the coldest water you will ever get. I love it.
What is that mineral water comes out of the spring? Artesian well.
That's what they make. Isn't that what they make Coors Light out of?
I don't know.
Isn't that what Bandit said?
Probably.
Anything east of
be. But now you don't want to just switch and go to artesian water right off. Your body will have to adjust to it, if you know what I mean.
I do.
And it doesn't matter where you're at.
I thought you were trying to switch from Miller Lite to Coors, and you were going to say, be careful what you do there. Who was that? Bob Euchre. That's what I was.
He was the Miller Lite, yeah. Must be on the front row.
The guy was funny.
Bob said, welcome to stage one. Anyway.
And thank you, Bob. I did. I totally forgot what I was talking about there. It is Wednesday morning, and before we get into a lot of things, Keith has been here. I've been picking on him a hard time. What do y'all got going on out at Long Creek? What's going on?
Well, we're doing a pancake breakfast this Saturday, 7 to 11, $7 a plate. We're raising money I got to replace like 3 sets of turnout gear, and I got the price yesterday, and that's going to be $10,491 for.
All right, for the average person that's sitting out there going, all right, I've heard turnout gear, and explain what turnout gear, what it does for a volunteer fire department. Number one.
Well, I mean, this is what we have to go in a structure fire.
That's your suit.
Yeah, that's the clothes. I mean, and that's just the coat and the pants. That's not counting the helmet, the hood, the gloves, the boots. That's just the coat and a pair of pants. That's what that 3 sets is going to cost.
It's about $10,000.
A little over $10,000. That's why we have to do all the fundraisers we do.
Now, that's not provided by the county or anybody. Y'all get some volunteers. You got to come up with
the county provides us with some stuff, but I mean they're on a limit budget too with the fire service side of it.
So who's doing the pancake mixing and flopping them on the skillet there?
Probably a little bit of everybody. Who have me, Joe Collins, Darryl Matthews, Ivan Davis, Chris Gardner. There'll be a bunch of them.
Ivan and Joe. They're not doing anything.
Yeah. Are you trying to say they're not capable of doing anything?
No, they're not working right now. They went
retired.
Retired.
Well, they're in charge.
Yeah. So
they got all the time in the world.
Darryl, I don't know why y'all don't have a fish fry. He spends more time on the river catching fish.
Well, he's driving a school bus right now, so he's
all right. So we can't give him too much.
He still has to drive a school bus.
He's trying to keep that insurance up.
I know y'all take money from this right here, which is needed, but y'all also have money that's donated through your water bill and power bill, and the importance of that. Talk about not just coming to support your pancake, but also supporting you through water bill and power bill.
Yeah, I mean, it's we have where you can sign up for, like on Long Creek Water, whatever department you're in, they'll divide it out to what the department you're in. Like Long Creek covers our department, Southeast, Kaiserville, why not, that whole area, even down into the northern part of Clark County. So they'll split that money up with the department you live in, and then the EPA does the same thing. People from $1, you can add whatever you want to for whatever department you want. I mean, we got one that don't even live here. They live in the north part of the county, but they used to live in our area, and they still donate to our department. So
that's nice of them to do that.
Yeah.
Sure is, yeah. Before long, everybody's going to have power out there.
Running
them lines every day.
Internet and power.
But it is, and we joke a lot about that. Keith is a longtime favorite here at the show here. He also works with the Meridian Fire Department full time, and then he heads everything up at the Long Creek Volunteer Fire Department. And that's what our volunteer fire departments are a lot of times made up of, people that do this for a full-time living, and then during their spare time they give back to their community. And you well know, Meridian Fire Department, one of the best that there is out there, trained, and this is what you get in your communities, some of the best training that can be, and he passes his knowledge on to others, training after training, and it does cost money for these guys. And you sit back, I don't know about that. Think about this now. How many fires have we been to lately? As a matter of fact, we were at one last night. It could be your home. Give $1, buy a plate. Pancakes are going to be being whipped up this weekend. Every little bit of this goes to help out to save a home is what this is. I'd rather call it that than a turnout gear.
So when you get ready for Thanksgiving, and you put you a turkey in the oven,
yeah.
Do you know what you cook that turkey at? What temperature?
I'd have to ask Angie what she does.
About 400 degrees.
Okay.
All right. When you go inside of a fire, you're walking into 1,000 degrees.
Woo!
So if that sucker will cook a turkey, what do you think it'll do to a person?
Yeah.
And that's the importance of this turnout gear. That helps protect the people going inside
face shields,
these homes.
and I got to admit, last night I had a volunteer fireman standing next to me as I was describing the fire there, and I didn't. And I'll let y'all, because y'all know more than I do about that. The tanks that they wear on their back. Yep. What is that exactly called? Is that just an air tank, or is it called
SCBA tank?
Yeah.
So,
a what now?
SCBA tank.
What's that?
Self-contained breathing apparatus.
Okay, now I know what you're talking about there. But they were swapping those bottles out there to where they could go back in the house, and it takes a couple guys to change that out so they can go back in. And I noticed, I'll say this, I noticed this last night. It was people handing out water to the guys as they would come out back to the truck. Big thank you to that. It was a nice lady that was out there that was helping out with that. And I don't know her name, but she was sweet as she could be. We got pancakes coming up. We got more coming up with Mr. Doggett over here as he tries to get a smile on that face. He's trying to get a smile, y'all. Only a face a wife could love. Right. We'll be right back.
We welcome you to a new vehicle buying experience here at Doc's Toyota. Buying a new vehicle doesn't have to be stressful, but don't just take our word for it.
This was the best experience I've ever had buying a vehicle.
Doc's employees are top-notch.
I drove 2 hours, not once, but twice, to purchase 2 vehicles with a 5-month time frame.
Doc's delivers competitive pricing, a comprehensive selection, and flexible financing options, helping you get on the road from Carthage, Meridian, and beyond. There's a reason why there's no deal like a Doc's deal.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel. As the seasons change, so do your clothes, and Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Haybo shirts, long and short sleeve, also Hulk shirts, and America's favorite brand, Carhartt, whether you need work pants or slacks for church. And nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need. From box to lacrosse, they have the boot for you. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. I'm fixing to shock somebody. I don't know who that person is, but there was a car chasing Meridian last night. Boogie there, boogie there.
Ooh.
It would start on 8th Street, and if my notes are right, here, let me hang on here. Let's get accurate information.
Put some eyeballs on.
This would start somewhere around 8th and 35th is where it would begin, and it would go northward up toward Poplar Springs Drive in that area. Eventually, after going around street after street, it would come to an end after they wrecked at Poplar Springs Drive and 26th Street.
Oh.
Guess what happened then?
They got outrun.
Yeah, they wasn't hurt a bit. Woo, time to go. 5 people jumped out and commenced to running in the bushes. And here come the popo. Everybody spread out. One person, to my knowledge, now, it was 5 people. And in the darkness, as you can imagine, it's which way do I go? 3 ran this way, 2 went that way. To my knowledge, and it could be more at this point, but at that point in time, it was one person taken into custody. I don't know if it was the driver or if it was just a passenger, but one person was taken into custody. Somebody mentioned in the comments, was the car stolen? I don't think it was.
That's been the slowest one.
Yeah, it was the slow. You got to have that one slow friend.
Kind of like a bear. You ain't got to outrun the bear. You just can't be the slowest fella there, you know.
I would be the bear. I wouldn't make it, y'all. I'm not in that kind of physical shape anymore. But they caught one old boy that was kind of like me that couldn't outrun the popo. And he's going to jail as they got him back to the highway and they transported him on downtown.
I say you keep them there until they tell who I was in the car.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I mean, come on.
They don't know. They didn't know. They just got a ride.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They just got a ride.
I was at the store, and I needed to ride up to 35th. And
you better call a friend.
Right.
I was headed to, I thought, mile marker 142 yesterday. And as I round the curve, I went, whoa, it's time to stop. As I noticed a red Camaro Firebird sitting in the middle of the highway of I-59. So I whooped on in, and this is what we found, Odie.
Wow.
Look at this. You can't fix that.
No.
That ain't gonna buff out.
No. There ain't many spare parts left on that.
And let me show you the video here of what Now, that truck was involved. Again, I have no idea what really went on. I'm not going to try to guess. But it did have injuries. But the guy, bless his heart, he really cared about that car.
Well, I mean, you know, I'm sure Greg lost a hitch in his step when he saw that was just, it wasn't the same color, but still a red Bandit car.
Yeah. Because he was sitting on the road and he's going, "Ooh, I need to go to the hospital." And he goes, "Oh, wait, my car." He'd get up off the road, he'd grab his car and hold on to it. Then he'd sit back down. And I felt for him. I really did.
Yeah.
That was a lick. And it can, is the word I'm looking for delirious? Can make you kind of delirious for a second or two there until you kind of calm back down from being involved in something. I mean, he had some bruises, but I'm telling you, this young man is one fortunate fella. Let me just show you this still picture one more time of just what that looked like. Seriously, look at that.
That's a hard hit.
Look at this driver's seat as you zoom it. Look how bad that was.
Man.
But he's going to be okay. Now he was checked out, and got to go for a ride to the hospital. But there was nothing serious there. That's the good news.
The more that adrenaline wore off,
he's sore this morning.
The more soreness comes showing through. Yeah.
Let's. I was just about to finish my last glass of iced tea for the evening. Boy, it sure was good. I was sure enjoying that. I was sitting at the kitchen table, and my phone kept going. Doop, doop. I looked down at it, and it said fire. 14th Street. So I didn't even look at the rest of the address. I got to the Batmobile and I headed that way. And I couldn't help but notice the police officer in the middle of the road as I got to 24th and Walgreen, and that's where it was. Look, I want y'all to look at this. This is from fire station number 1 looking down at Walgreens. Walgreens is here on the left. That is that house that sits right behind there. Do you see the flames? Now, let's look at a few of the videos, the quick videos.
That dude's burning hot.
black smoke. What'd y'all tell me the black smoke signifies?
It's burning hot. Yeah, you got active flames going on in there.
Don't go in there. But as I've bragged on the Meridian Fire Department, some of the best there is, they were on scene with it, 20 plus people within probably 2 to 3 minutes, because it was right there at fire station number 1, easy to get to. And let me go here in front so y'all can see what the house, so you will know the exact home I'm speaking of. Here we go. This is, as I do a still picture here on the video. This is right before you get, what's that other home called? The Vincent
Apartments. Yeah.
This is the home next to that, and it's vacant. Now, what I did not know about this until we were there last night, the home is 2-story, but for some reason, Odie, there is no staircase from the first floor inside the home to the second floor. There was a balcony on the back of the house that led you upstairs. And so the roof in between the floors was tongue and groove, which you couldn't just poke something to get a fire hose up through. So then I heard Michael Ted start passing out chainsaws. They were ribbing them up like they were one of those guys down there from South Mississippi. The Ledbetters. The Ledbetters got turned loose in there with a chainsaw last night, and eventually cut through to where they could get to those flames on the second floor. Now, the home's totally destroyed. It's not fixable at this point. But as we were talking about it, I said, this house had to have been here a long time. And someone looked it up and said it was built in 1912.
We're getting reports that it was the Bridge Club.
Really?
Place.
Yeah, they played bridge there years ago.
It was, and the windows you can see from the road were stained glass. Let me put this back. I don't know. Man. These windows right here, all of that stained glass in that home. And during his time, his prime, it had to be one of the more elite homes.
Oh, yeah.
It was huge.
Yeah.
We certainly hate to see that go away. This is a few of the firemen there that were, as you see, rushing in. Now, I joked about this last night, but y'all don't be poking fun at the plywood they sell these days, because it took the firemen there a time or two to get that piece off. That thing was on that door good.
It was there.
Yeah. So entry had to have been made into the home through the second floor, because they did not get through that door there. And went up in flames, and we're just going to call it the best way we see this. Now, let me see if I need to make a point, if I can. If I can get down this hill and show this. I don't know if I showed it. All right. Does anyone see this parked in the street?
Yeah.
Okay, on the other side of this vehicle is a Meridian police officer car. As I was getting ready to come back, the fire was out, but the street's still blocked. And as you'll see, this hose goes all the way across 24th Avenue. Yep. What would make you think it's okay to drive through there?
No.
I mean, I'm serious. I mean, flashy lights going on both cars all over.
We're going to go back to the education level.
Now, if it were me, I would have done, what do they call those DUI tests there on the scene? Because how do you miss that? We had a car drive right up on top of the fire hose as it was there, and shocked me. Just totally shocked me.
You can mess up a hose, you can mess up a pump, you can mess up a lot of stuff by driving over a charged hose line. Especially if they're in the middle of pump operations and you do that, you could damage, you could end up with $50,000-$60,000 worth of damage just like that.
Where our fire inspector went and pointed all that out. I could hear the conversation going on. Boy, he put it in just plain terms there.
just the way it was. Huh?
Yes, sir. But it amazed me that somebody. Occasionally, I miss things, but 2 cars blocking the road is kind of hard to miss.
Yeah, we're in the day and time now when you block a road, you have to block the entire road, because if you block the travel lane going down that road, people think, oh, well, just that little part's closed, and they'll go all the way around it. So you have to shut the whole road down now.
Wow. Several cars.
Yeah, it's terrible.
That's what went on in downtown Meridian last night. To my knowledge, everybody that was in that home that probably set that fire got out.
Well, I mean, I'm glad.
Yes.
I'm glad everybody got it.
Why did the flame happen? We have no idea why somebody would have done that. I wanted to point this out as we lost someone in law enforcement this week. Keep that family. They have now, the Hinds County Sheriff's Department has released the information about when the funeral will be for this young man that lost his life. He was 37 years old. The public visitation will be March the 1st from 9 until 2 at West Haven Funeral Home on Robinson Road in Jackson. And then the funeral will be March the 2nd at 2 p.m. at Jackson Revival Center on Terry Road. So if you're planning on going over, I know a lot of law enforcement officials and people paying respect. And they also have his patrol car parked out in front of the Sheriff's Department if you would like to go by. And it's traditional that people leave a rose, a flower on the car, something there, a note to remember that person. That's usually what they do. So our thoughts, prayers go out to those family members who lost a loved one that gave their life in the line of duty to the state of Mississippi.
Yep.
We'll be right back. Let's face it, accidents are going to happen. If a deer jumps out in front of your car, go see my friends and professionals at Chet's Paint and Body Shop in Center Hill. Chet can help you navigate through this confusing world of insurance by providing photo estimates to insurance companies and the right to choose the body shop of your choice. From a minor scratch to a major collision, Chet has you covered. Chet offers quality repairs by trained and certified technicians with a lifetime warranty on all repairs. That's Chet's Paint and Body Shop.
Looking for a deal you can't pass up? Right now, drive off in a quality used car for just $299 down and only $299 a month here at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Meridian. That's right, good reliable cars packed with features at a price you'll love. $299 down, $299 a month. Look, I'm not kidding. This is a real offer that our customers have taken advantage of for years now. Come see us today, Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian.
Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn.
Ooh, boy, I tell you what. That right there, you just pulled up a face that only a mother could love. Not mine. I mean, this one over here. You meant.
Somebody sent us a note, wanted to know if we wanted to make $500 a day. Do you want to take this job?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Thinking we can spank.
Do I have to do something?
Of course not.
All right, that'll work.
You're right. This is the face that only a mom could love. Because it,
and I
or Mary Todd.
Well, there was something.
You had to sneak up on that. Yeah. Everybody was real glad there wasn't no electricity up at the White House at that point in time.
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln established single national currency on this date. And what I mean by that, before that, if you've got any, each state had its own money, its own paper currency, coins and all. And then finally, it'd come to them, they'd put it out there, Federal Reserve. And next thing you know, we're getting Denver and Seattle, those S's stamped, turned into a big thing. Who didn't watch I Love Lucy?
Yep.
And it doesn't matter the age that you are, even if you're a youngster, you have bound to heard the name Lucille Ball.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
She's famous. As we go back to remember this guy, he was on there for years and years and years. He was the landlord, Fred.
Oh, Fred.
He was born in 1887.
Wow.
And I can't remember her name, but she was funny too, because she was in that grape scene.
Oh, man, what was her name?
You're blank also?
I am.
And I know it. It's on the tip of my tongue, but that grape scene with her, and then the other famous one where they were working the assembly line trying to eat all the food because they couldn't get it in the packages.
That and that Viter Metamin commercial. Ethel, that's it.
Thank you, Rhonda. Yeah, everybody knows that.
Where she was constantly taking that medicine.
Yes, that's right.
And she had to redo the take because she couldn't say the Vitamin or whatever it was.
Oh, Lucy. She was hilarious and a legend. A legend. She was the making of a star before people knew what those really were.
Yep.
I remember the first time as a kid, and I've often referred to this movie, the first time I was probably 7 or 8 and I heard the word Gatling gun. I said, what is Gatling? Well, there's somebody behind all that, and I saw that in the Outlaw Josie Wells.
Mm-hmm.
This is the guy that it all comes from right here. His name was Richard Gatlin. He passed away on this date back in 1903. He's the guy that invented that. It originally had the hand crank that you would see in all of the cowboy movies. Y'all remember those in the back of the wagons? That's he's the guy that invented that. I know this next guy. If you watched Little House on the Prairie, if you ever watched Gunsmoke or any Western at the time, the Apple Dumpling Gang, I think.
Apple Dumpling Gang.
Wasn't he in that?
Yep.
His name was Dub Taylor. Kind of looks like Keith if you glance. You
got to squint a little bit.
Y'all remember this guy, Dub Taylor? Yep. He was huge all the way through the 1990s as playing those little bitty parts, if you will remember him. But it takes each and everybody in these westerns and movies and stories to have someone, and he fit that part a lot.
Oh, there you go. Can you say it, Vita-Vigilment?
No.
Take another take.
I have trouble saying Ramaswamy. That's tough for me, folks. Ramaswamy.
What about his first name?
I have no. Vivian?
Vivette.
Vivian. We'll just call him that. Dr. V. We had Vivette. I've heard that before. That's a tough name to say there. Folks, if you're watching and you're getting ready to name your child Fred, Carl, let's just make this simple. Don't be hard on folks later in life. One of the greatest actors that ever graced the silver screen or TV show was born on this date in 1916. The first thing I'm going to do when I get home
is slap
your mama. Jackie Gleason was born on this day. Buford T. Justice.
You sounded taller on the radio.
Would you mind not using that language in front of my young son? and then he got ready to drive off.
Hold my hat, Junior. Kind of like what Al was doing to you when that helicopter landed.
That's right. Y'all will never let Al live that down. The Jackie Gleason, and he was in so many movies, and it didn't matter what part he played, he owned the screen when he was on.
Honeymooners.
Yes, the guy was just
good.
good.
Alice, to the moon.
It would be 1919 that I call it one of the five wonders of the world.
Man, beautiful. I've never seen it. Amy's seen it.
I hadn't been there.
Saw it, honey. I'm sorry. She saw it.
Becomes a park there, the Grand Canyon. It is absolutely stunning, I'm told.
Yes.
But to my knowledge, I've never been there. I could have been a kid and just don't. But wow,
Daddy wasn't getting that far away from home. I know we didn't go.
Tony Randall. Anybody remember? I didn't like The Odd Couple because you know why? Because it was odd, and I didn't care for it. He was funny maybe in his own way, but he just wasn't my kind of funny. But we'll mention him since he was born today. We'll let that be. Another famous guy was born today. Keith and I talked about him early this morning before daylight. Big J.R. Cash was born today. 1932.
Man,
he would go from
prison.
being one of the poorest people from rags to riches, and he helped so many people. Now, did he have his flaws along the way? Yep, he sure did. But he found Jesus, turned all that around, and tried to help as many people as he could in his life. He wore the black for that poor guy out there. Oh, Oni! Y'all didn't get that, did you?
I've heard it, but I can't remember what the reference is.
Oni is where he worked in a factory for 30 years, and on the day of his retirement, he got tired of Oni being his boss and breathing down his neck. And as he's quitting, he's looking for Oni to give him a whooping in the parking lot. Yeah. Oh, Oni!
Come out here for a minute.
Do y'all remember this guy? He was in all of those commando-type movies there.
Yep.
Let me put his name up here where you can see it. His name was Henry Duke. I think that was from that Predator movie with Arnold.
That's it.
Another tough last name to say there. George Thorogood. He's the guy that sang "Bad to the Bone."
Bad to the Bone.
Yeah.
One bourbon, one scotch, and one beer.
That was where he was trying to pay his rent, and the landlord lady stood outside. And he goes, "I ain't got no money today.
I drink alone." Hey, with nobody else.
George Thorogood. I think most people have heard that bad.
Oh, yeah.
On the day I was born and outside of it. We got a hippie having a birthday today.
Now, he was a clarinet player, not a hippie.
He's a hippie playing clarinet, a hippie that played a clarinet. And folks, he's got an earring. I'm just going to go ahead and call it out because I can see it from here. A hippie with an earring. There he is, Michael Bolton. Some ladies thought that was handsome at one time.
Yeah, they was all over him like white on rice, and they were
White rain is what he used. That to me, that just let's look at that again.
Is that a hairpiece?
It looks like extensions if you really look at that. Maybe Nellie Olson gave him some hair there.
Looks like one size longer than the other.
I don't get that. I know that anytime that a guy's got to go to get his hair right before he takes a picture, you know.
He could have done a "I can't believe it's not butter" commercial.
He could have. I forgot about that guy.
Yeah.
One of the country music legends recorded a song today because he talked about her baloney. One of the first times we had baloney made famous there. Tom T. Hall recorded "A Week in a County Jail." Don't be speeding through this town, young man. This is iconic.
Oh, yes.
And I said, this group, it doesn't, every person that's listened to country music, you've listened to rock, if it's blues, even hip-hop, I think, would know who these guys are.
Oh, yeah.
We go back to remember the Eagles, their greatest hits came out. Everybody and their third cousin had that cassette laying on their seat. Mm-hmm. You saw it. And I'm assuming that's some type of skull. I'm not real sure, but everybody had that blue cover laying in their car somewhere. Welcome to the Hotel California.
That's back in the day where the passenger was in charge of the music because they had that huge 3-foot by 4-foot case that you had to open up and go through all your tapes. Yeah, you couldn't.
I forgot about that.
Kids don't know about that now. We didn't have that on a MP3 player.
Well, even before that, Keith was back there in the days of the 8-track case.
Right. I remember 8-track.
You remember 8-track?
I remember. Yeah.
Matter of fact, I got a car sitting downstairs that's got an 8-track player.
I got an 8-track player at the house if you need one.
Well, look at there. We're just moving up. Oh, one of my favorites, Mississippi's own Charlie Pride recorded a George Jones song dated. A George Jones song today. It was called and went number 1. Why, baby, why, baby, why? Why, baby, why? Oh, Charlie, he was as good as they come. We go back to, well, I guess you could, well, he's dead. And wow, Michael Jackson.
He was definitely a game changer in music.
37 weeks at number 1 with Thriller.
Yeah.
Did y'all have that at prom, Keith?
I don't know. I didn't go to prom.
You didn't? No. What did you graduate from, by the way?
Clarkdale.
Will you do a research and see if they had a prom that year and find out why he didn't go?
If they did, it's because of Greg.
Were you in Greg's class?
No, Greg's older than me. He's way older than me.
But way older than you. Okay, we'll find out about that.
Their class did something.
Well, man needs a prom.
Yeah.
We need a little prom there for his fire. Y'all need to throw one out there. No. Slow dancing. Anybody remember a guy? This guy was really known more for songwriting. He done a lot of writing for Alabama, Conway Twitty. He done for Marie Osmond, Meet Me in Montana. I Got Big Teeth. Tanya Tucker. Delta. Mike Reed is who I'm talking about, and he had a number 1 song today called Walk on Faith. Mm-hmm. He tried some other songs, but they went nowhere. He was more of a songwriter than he was a showman. But it was a catchy little song, and it went to number 1 today. And that's the last we heard of him.
Oh, boy, Joe and Mo.
This would, something bad, but this was a great song, but he would perform this at a funeral, and we understand that a love affair come up out of this. Y'all remember Ships That Don't Come In? Dale loved that song. Best I remember, Joe performed it at the funeral.
Well, you can see how much I know about that kind of music.
What'd you find out?
Cassie is telling us that Kenny G played the clarinet, and I do remember that. But Michael Bolton just sang.
Kenny G was kind of odd looking too there, best I remember. He had long haired hippie stuff too, didn't he?
Yeah, and it was crinkly, I think.
I don't know any other man that's played a clarinet and made it worldwide fame.
Well, I'll tell you.
Do your best imitation of that for me.
All right, what do you call that you do to the side?
That's a flute.
That's a flute.
Flute.
All right, you know the guy who played on Friday, the big guy? that rode the bicycle that everybody was scared of. And now he's on America's Got Talent.
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews, big guy.
Yeah, he's a football player.
He plays clarinet. Go tell him. Go make fun of him playing clarinet.
I'm just saying I couldn't play a clarinet. It takes talent. I can't do it.
But now he is and I didn't know this, but Terry Crews is a fantastic flute player. Debo, that's it, Dale.
I have to go to the correction department. It was Davy Allison's wife that Joe played for. That's right, Davy Allison.
Or saxophone. All right, Kenny G played the saxophone.
So did Bill Clinton.
Then, he sure did. Well, that was after he smoked one.
Still receiving that. But I don't know.
I thought what's his name did play a clarinet.
You were just kind of lost during that time there, Odie. We're pulling for you, but it was two hippies. It was easy to get them mixed up. Like, I'm gonna take up for Odie on this. They look a lot alike.
Yeah, they do.
It'd be hard to determine who's who in a lineup.
That's right.
Next to Granny.
That's right.
1993. This would be. Does the name? Wasn't it? Y'all remember this when this happened? This was the first time we would see something like this.
Yeah.
It wasn't much damage, but it would be people watching this that would learn from it that would later come back and do more harm. 1993. I remember watching that on the news. Mm-hmm. It would be 97 that a guy named David Doyle we would lose. He passed away. He died of a heart attack. He was only 67. I thought he was much older, but you'll remember him as Bosley.
Yeah. Hello.
From Charlie's Angels. Richard Forsythe had that voice, Angels. Yep. You always wondered through the years who that was behind the voice. It would be 1998 that Oprah won a lawsuit. You remember her making the statement about cows, and, well, they sued her. They didn't have a chance of winning, but they went to court anyway. This is her outside of the court in 1998 as she was declared the winner. This was a sad day. This is a very sad day because I don't think they've straightened this out yet.
I don't think so.
They dropped the name Mr. and got rid of it.
Just plain old potato head. Well, I mean, what's wrong? Because you had a Mr. Potato Head.
Look, in the great words of Jackie Gleason, what's the world coming to?
You had a Mr. Potato Head and you had a Miss Potato Head.
Yep, sure did. All right, somebody explain to me what a soprano sax is.
That is a big clarinet looking. It's not curved like a regular old saxophone.
All right, and Sandra says that Michael Bolton played a saxophone.
Okay. I am something like that.
Yeah, tough stuff out there. I can't play any instrument. I don't think any of us in this room can we? No. This is the most.
I played trumpet and the tuba, and I played the piano. And
I have seen pictures of you in a marching band crossing 22nd Avenue with a big tuba going. Boom, boom, boom.
I had it going on.
I played the radio. That's all I played.
You played the radio.
That's all.
God didn't bless me with that talent. He just that was not part of my future. And I so respect people that have that natural voice that can sing in church. Well, I envy y'all. I sure do.
That was something I never could. I've tried, but I never could sing. Mama was good on me. Oh, she could play the piano. So me and Charlene both, when we were young, took piano. Charlene got good. She was even good with the organ. But then both of us went on to the band. She played the clarinet. I played the trumpet, and then went on to play the tuba and the baritone.
But I'm amazed in church often they'll have someone do a solo, and it takes your breath away of somebody that is so talented to be able to do that for others and entertain. Yes. God blesses people in this world. And let me say this: each one of you have a different talent.
That's right.
I can't sing. I don't know what my talent is yet. I'm trying to find mine out. But each one of you have a special talent that God has given you.
Yours.
What was it?
Here we are. We're on it.
As we sit here, both of y'all help the public. We've got Keith over here. His talent is definitely dealing with fire. He knows it. As you're there, emergency management, you love that. And you're pretty good with taking care of folks at elderly. You work with the elderly very well.
Well, I did that for a long time, many years, 20-something, just about And so I do have a soft heart
because he was hit with canes a lot.
Boy, I tell you what, they'd whoop you. So yeah, it's good, and now I'm dealing with mama, so it's not.
And
it's not something that's new to me.
But have you ever noticed that to where the older you get, and you probably deal with this a lot also in your job as you roll up on a scene. An elderly person is not bashful. They've lived a life, and they will point blank tell you what they think.
Right.
Yeah.
My grandmother, in half of Lauderdale County, knew my grandmother, Elsie Mae Hughes, and she was very much that way. She'd just tell you how it was.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be right back.
Are you tired of your old car being a dud? Well, come into Kia Meridian, where we're giving up to $3,000 over KBB for your trade-in. We have interest rates of over 0.9% and up to $3,000 in rebates. Come in at the Kia Meridian and drive off in a new car and a new you for the new year. Come see us.
Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954. The tractors are rolling at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. Drop in and see Keith, Cornbread, or Buttermilk. They've got a tractor that fits the need that you have. Whether it's a 26 horsepower, a 40, or bigger, plus they offer 0% financing for up to 96 months. Whether it's a part, a new tractor, 0% financing, or just simply a laugh. 601-626-8759, Highway 494 in Collinsville. That's Freeman Tractor.
Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie. As we talk about pancakes, we'll go back and find out when Keith's going to do this. But yesterday, all eyes were at the Temple Theater as everyone gathered for the Downtown Optimist 78th Annual Pancake Jubilee. And it was a lot of food there.
I'm glad Keith's sitting until Saturday because I'm still full from the pancakes I ate yesterday there.
I know. I'm telling you, I was stuffed.
The gardeners having them with
I tried to get her to help me finish my plate, and she wouldn't do it.
She wouldn't do it.
I honestly, I could not finish mine. I done my best to finish it.
Second or third?
The first plate, I couldn't get it down, and I'm a big old boy. They gave a good helping yesterday.
Yeah.
But excellent food. We do appreciate everybody coming out and helping them. That's going to go to help all these different charities around town, and so many of you showed up and turned out. We appreciate y'all.
Yes.
It was a few bucks towards a meal there, and you got a drink with it. Coca-Cola helped out with all that. We appreciate each and every one of y'all.
You couldn't buy a meal.
No, you couldn't.
What they charge, $7 at the door, I think is what it was, $7 or $8. I mean, you can't beat that. Just like this weekend, $7.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I don't know who lit the fire yesterday out in this area here, but man, let me tell you, Odie, this was in the Long Creek area. Were you on this?
I was there.
Boy, let me tell you, this was a fire. And y'all had to call in forestry, didn't you?
We called forestry in. We called Southeast Department, Cossville Department. We had it. At the end of it, it was probably 25 to 30 acres ended up burning.
Yeah, it was smoking. Everybody was telling me, what's that big smoke in there? And this is what it was. Y'all were on this. And again, volunteers, look at the width of this thing.
Oh, yeah.
And fortunately, yesterday, it could have been a lot windier. Had it been windier, you'd been a...
Oh, you could tell when the wind picked up because it moved about 100 yards in about a minute.
Quick.
And then it died down a little bit and then go back to...
Watch those. As a matter of fact, they were all over town. As we go up here to the Pine Grove area, we had another one of these that got out. Fortunately, look how close it got to those campers.
Close. Yeah.
Big thank you to them. Martin Volunteer Fire Department. I think Collinsville may have jumped in to help out with that one also, as they all showed up to put that fire out. There was another one that I didn't get pictures of. I couldn't get there in time. Rob Sims Road. Big brush fire broke out there also. Not to mention the 289 that Clark County had yesterday.
Right. Yeah, there's a bunch of them around.
It's always
everywhere.
So y'all be careful what you're burning. I know it's springtime, pasture burning, but have enough people. Don't do it by yourself.
And have your water handy, a water hose. Make sure it will reach.
Is a pine limb still one of the best things to stomp down?
Doggone close to it. Yep.
It's handy there. So that was one of the things we were dealing with. Shad White's been kind of busy. He done it again. What was that song? Oops, I done it again. That was Shad White as he made another arrest there as we go here to find out what happened here. This happened on Monday. Farmington city clerk has pleaded guilty. Former clerk there that, done some fraudulent statements. Can't be doing all of that. $36,183.30.
Dang it, boy.
Shad has a calculator, and he ain't scared to use it.
He definitely does it.
You may get away with it for a few months, may even get away with it for a year, but they will eventually get you. Government funds is not the place to do that.
No.
Even the untouchables in Washington right now are learning you can't be running from Elon. He's got a calculator.
Yeah, he's kind of like our Shad White for the feds.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we've got going on. As we've had Keith, remind us again. Now we got plates coming up. What do you get on this plate?
You get pancakes, sausage, a drink. It's.
Do y'all have a place to sit down and eat if you want to?
You can sit down in. We got plenty of room to sit. You can sit in there and talk to your neighbors, or you can take them home, or we'll deliver if it's 10 more plates. We'll deliver. So we'll.
And the best way I know how to describe this is if you're coming out of Meridian, 22nd Avenue, you could go that way, or you could get off of the Causeyville exit. And everybody to this day, it will never change for another century, Judge T store. Take the next right, past it, and it'll run you right to where everybody is, past the big curve where the ball field is.
Right there in front of the ball field. Also known for their Boston butts.
Did he have to sign a disclosure that he'd never sell chicken wings again?
I don't know. Old Judge T, he'd put an out in there if he did.
The secret recipe as he sold his store, them chicken wings.
Yeah, boy.
I had many one from there. Those are things going on.
But all his lunches and everything.
What time does the pancake?
They start at 7
o'clock
to 11. We go.
You'll have some coffee ready.
Oh, we'll have coffee, orange juice, Cokes, water.
So come early, stay late.
Oh, yeah.
Come buy that, and again, it's going to help out what? What are y'all trying to buy?
We're trying to buy some turnout gear and just keep up the fire department, because we still have the same bills that people have at homes. We have to pay the electric bill and the internet and that kind of stuff, so we still have all the bills.
Need a little help there as they have their big pancake. How many years y'all done this in a row? It's a lot, isn't it?
Oh, it's probably 8 years now that we've done the pancakes. 7, 8 years, something like that.
Somebody finally remembered to write down the recipe is what it's all about.
Keep it going.
There you go. We're going to send them to see you Saturday morning, starting at 7 o'clock, last until 11. Get you some pancakes. Long Creek.
Right.
Look up the big guy here. He'll be there with a smile this time. Promise you a smile for folks. You be doing photos?
Maybe.
We'll get him a photo op booth set up.
A kissing booth. That's what we need for Keith.
Well, no, they need to raise money.
Oh.
Right.
Do we got any birthdays happening this morning?
Oh, we do. Son Williamson, I met him through Scotty Ray on a sad day.
Yes.
We went to a funeral, and Scotty Ray says, you got to meet this man. But Son Williamson celebrating 90 years today.
It was actually yesterday, and it was my fault. And he had a big birthday party Saturday, and I couldn't make it. We had to be at the parade, and I couldn't make it. But I'm telling y'all, if you live in Neshoba County, Son, one of the best people you ever run into. 90.
And he was getting around better than me and you were.
Yeah, we had to get pulled up from the pew.
Yeah, and there he was going.
So happy birthday, Son. Yeah. I hope it's a great week for you, and you get a bunch of cake and extra
anything you want.
There you go.
Yep. Deanna Branning celebrating 53. I don't know how she's put up with Chris for a lot of that time, but no, she's 53 today.
Okay, let's just make it sure.
I was thinking she was smarter than that, but
even everybody gets one mistake in life.
And then straight from Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department, Clifford Holloway.
How old's Clifford?
He's got a birthday. He ain't tell us how old he was.
I saw him yesterday somewhere out of the corner of my. I think he was at the Pancake Jubilee, if I remember right.
He may have been down there.
Happy birthday there to you.
Yeah,
there.
and that's all we got today. It was a short list. I hope I didn't miss anybody. I tried to keep my eye on it, looking, but yeah.
And a closing remark. I don't know if anybody's paid attention to the news, but I couldn't help but follow this woman. She was labeled the worst mayor in America. It was Illinois, is where she was mayor of. Name was Tiffany Henyard. Just last week, they were having a council meeting, and it was a brawl that broke out. She's been spending money on personal trips. Nothing adds up. The town is broke due to her, and they had a re-election. Finally, it was overwhelmingly 87% of everybody in the town voted for the other person. They wanted her gone.
One of those that doesn't matter who it is, just somebody besides you.
She was awful. This is her. As you look at Daily Mail, this is her picture, if you remember her. But it was I don't know if there's a picture of the brawl that took place. Here's another picture of her where she was showing off there against the wall.
That she was in the brawl?
Yeah, she was in it. I'm talking about hair pulling the whole 9 yards up in there.
Did the hair come off?
I did. I'd have to go back and look. I have seen that happen though. Here's there she is involved in it right there, Odie.
Well then,
it was wild, but the trips that they've taken and wasted money on is just, she's out, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. Joe Collins, good morning.
Look at here. D. Haggard had his 90th birthday party Monday.
Well.
And still doing good.
Oh, wait a minute. We had, and Odie, I had someone send me a birthday picture I've got to go back and find. We had somebody from our community that was 105 years old that I haven't posted. I got to go back and find that.
We need to go see them.
It was sent in maybe Sunday. I got to find it. So that's a big deal there.
Yeah. Teresa, if you saw the live that Scotty Ray did at the church with the mayors, that was every candidate there. So every one of them that's put in for that particular position for mayor
had 10 minutes to talk.
Yeah, they were there.
So that's where, and we're getting close to this election. We're going into March, and it's at the
April 1st, April Fool's Day.
So we got roughly 1 month for these folks to convince you to vote for them. Now, choose wisely. It will affect the next 4 years, if not another 4 years after that, whatever changes they make.
Do you study and see what candidate is good for you and to lead us on to the next stage?
And just as important, the council.
Oh, you've got to have, and this was brought up during that speech, the mayor can have the best ideas in the entire world, but if he does not have a council that supports him, it's not going to go anywhere. You've got to have at least 3, but I tell you, that's a little different because you might as well say you need 4 because you've got to have a group of people like-minded. So look at the whole picture of mayor and council.
That's right.
And you've got to pick a team that's going to work for you. This is an important time for Meridian. Whoever it is, I don't get to vote, so I'm not saying one way or another who, what, where, when. I have nothing to do with it, but I want every one of y'all that can vote to go vote. 100% will never get
roughly 32,000 people that can vote.
Yeah, about like that.
But and it's only a small percentage of those that are even registered to vote.
Yeah, and then only 20% of them go vote.
Yeah. So it just keeps shrinking and shrinking and shrinking.
Yeah, but everybody wants to complain.
So the best thing to do is let's have a rally, and only if you voted last year will you show up and let them just talk to y'all, since y'all can be the only ones that vote.
Yeah.
It'll never happen, but truthfully, that's what it comes down to.
That's it.
All right, as we get ready to leave, and Keith, we can't thank you enough for coming in this morning.
Thank y'all.
Long Creek Volunteer Fire Department, also a spokesman for steel chainsaws and weed eaters. Man, that man's all over town.
Well, if he's not putting out fires, he's cutting the grass.
Can you do the sound of a McCullough chainsaw?
No.
I was giving him an opportunity to be a star here.
No.
He just wouldn't do it, would he?
Jerry Clower could. He stuck it in the door.
That screen door, it come flying out.
Sheriff
Todd Kemp
tells us that story originated out of Clark County originally.
But it wasn't a McCullough.
Got to have your sponsors right.
That's right. That's right.
As we get ready to leave, I'm going to ask Odie to leave us with one of these things that's really important. We need a Bible verse there to head off into the day. What do we get today, Odie?
So we're going to go with Psalms 59:16. But I will sing of your strength. In the morning I will sing of your love, for you are my fortress, my refuge in time of trouble. You know, no matter what we're going through in life, we are never alone. God will never forsake us. He is always there to walk with us, and when we need it, will pick us up and carry us. He's always there for us. Are we always there with him? We'll bring him into your life today. Enjoy your Wednesday. Have a wonderful midweek day. We'll be back tomorrow. Friday's coming. Just hang on, and we'll see you then. But until then, remember, we love you, and we want you to have a wonderful day.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.